Hello! Been wanting to spice up my speed drawing videos for a while, but didn't really know what to do, so I decided I might as well talk about the thing that I'm drawing. Also, here's a little animated Jinchi in the corner, so your eyes can have something else to gaze upon. I'll have an updated version eventually, but for now, you just get a little scribbly. Anyways, Huntress Wizard. She is one of my favorite Adventure Time characters, but mostly for the design. I mean, of course she is. She's only had a main role for like 3 to 4 episodes, and the rest of the time she was just a background character. Either way, her design is just fantastic, and the time I spent drawing this was nearly euphoric just because of how well this works. Like, the leafy hair, the boots that look like deer hooves, and the overall natural but still vibrant color scheme. Just fantastic. Whoever did this at Cartoon Network, I would like to kiss you on the mouth. I also love all the headcanons surrounding her, like how her hair could change color over the seasons, she could be trans femme because of her deer antlers, or that her acne would be like mushrooms or something. When it comes to the hair thing, I honestly thought she would be part evergreen, so her hair probably wouldn't change color. I also just don't like the fact that if her hair could change color, then that she'd go bald in winter. Sure, you could draw snow on her head, but like, what if it doesn't snow anew that day? She's gonna be bald. Her cranium is going to be naked. Anyway, the drawing is just her flexing that she's got arrows and junk, and, just a fun little Huntress Wizard practice drawing. And although I wanted to do lore, once again, there's not really much of it. Like, Adventure Time is the absolute ruler of making some of the coolest character designs, and then just not doing anything with them. I'm sorry, I love this show, but there are a lot of characters in here that are just wasted potential. Fern. Anyway, time to go on a tangent. What I personally would have loved to see is Huntress Wizard opening up to others, because in the few times we saw her, she actually seemed to be very introverted and dorky, but mostly masked it behind this facade of strength and bluntness. This also just came across to me as her having very poor social skills instead of just being upfront and threatening. I also feel like her and Finn could have helped each other through their relationship problems, since both of them struggled to revive a relationship and then absolve themselves and work to prevent the same mistakes from happening again. I don't necessarily ship them together, mainly since Huntress Wizard never had her age defined, and I don't want to risk falling into that weird ship territory, but I do feel like they would just be aggressively flirty with each other. Anyway, they could also work as both sides of how social isolation from relationships can affect you personally. Since for Finn, he stopped dating because he feared hurting someone else like he did Flame Princess. But for Huntress Wizard, she feared becoming soft and vulnerable in a relationship. Both sides can be avoided as long as you remain aware of the signs, but it's still okay to screw it up sometimes. Anyway, back to the thing I was drawing. Sticking with the airbrushes once again, since I have a crutch on it at this point, but I do want to try out more brushes in the future, don't get me wrong. Fun fact, my digital style is actually not very similar to the way I draw traditionally, specifically with paintings and sketches. It's actually a lot more rough and kind of loose than what you see. So I've been wanting to replicate that in digital for a while. When it came to the background, I originally wanted to put a series of arrows behind her, since I just thought it looked cool, but then I realized I didn't really like it, so I just did a couple streaky lines instead. Which I still think works considering she's nature-oriented. Guess that just means another thing for me to practice in the future. Anyways, thanks for watching my doodles. So make like a plant and go drink some water. Now.